I think I might be live right now. I don't know. Yeah. Well, if this is live, then thank you for being here. I'm just going to hang out for just a couple of minutes just to get verification that this is live. Okay. And we are. Here we go. All right. Hello and happy Thursday. Welcome to Divine Energy Flow Thursday nights at 7 o'clock p.m. Every Thursday, we are here. Um, and I am really excited about tonight. First, I'm going to say this. My ears, for some reason, one of my ear has been popping all day, and for some reason now I can't hear out of it. So like I'm a little thrown off by my ears right now. So like I may have to like stop and I don't know what, but it may confuse me a little bit. Sorry, that's just for some reason that's what's happening today. Yay, in my world. So oh, I'm just so excited right now to be able to share some things with you that I'm so passionate about. So tonight's topic is sacred plant medicine, the spirits of Mother Nature, the spirits of Mother Earth. And this is something that I've been working with for about a year now. For a little bit over a year. I just saw a Facebook memory just a few weeks ago of the first ceremony I went to, and I was like, oh my God, it's only been a year. It seems like so much longer, so much has changed, and so much has happened, and everything has changed. So anyway, that's what tonight's going to be about. Not necessarily about my experiences. I'm not really going to get into that a whole lot. I'm just going to this is just there are many ways to where you want to be. There's many ways to God, right? You can go through the different religions. There are all ways to God. This is another very powerful way to get to the divine. And you know, this is my view on this. This is through my own experience. One thing with plant medicine is you go in and you get your own experience. This is not something that a teacher or like myself tells you and teaches you. This cannot be taught by like a person. This is something that can only be experienced and taught through these plants that are teachers. So anyway, you can see that I'm anxious to get into this because I'm so passionate about this subject, truly. I'll probably cry a couple times. You know me. That's what I do. That's what I do. Anyway, so let's go through a couple of little things like I normally do at the beginning. So first of all, thank you for being here. I honor you so much, and I thank you for trusting me to be here. We are live on Facebook on the Call to Awakening, Down to Earth Spirituality. I believe the name just changed a little bit, so it's the Call to Awakening, Down to Earth Spirituality. We're also on the Divine Energy Flow channel by Call to Awakening. Okay, I'm making this way more complicated than it should be. Anyway, we're also live on my YouTube channel, which is Carla Romero Crochet. I would love if you could subscribe to that channel wherever you are on these platforms. We also have the Call to Awakening YouTube channel as well. Please go there and subscribe. We have so much to talk about and so much to say, and we are all in this together, and we're all learning, and we're all evolving. Just at different paces, so we can all help each other. No one's better than the other one. We all can help each other, and our mission, my mission anyway, I can't really speak for them, is to build a community of individuals that need help through this spiritual awakening that they're going through. Um, and vice versa. I can learn from you, you can learn from me, y'all can learn from each other. It's a beautiful thing when you have a community, a support team, a support group that you can go to when you are confused, when you have a bad day, when you have a beautiful, magical day, whatever. Okay. So, um, yeah, let's get right on it. So, to me, I'm sorry, let me do something. To me, the plant medicine is, well, not just to me, but this is just my own experiences. So this is my view on this particular subject, my view on plant medicine as a whole. And I'm going to, and not just plant medicine, but sacred medicine. So there's frogs, there's the frog medicine combo, and there's the toad medicine bufo that is this just completely sacred medicine. So here's what I want to say first. So these indigenous cultures for thousands of years have been using these medicines. Why? Because they were super in tune with the earth. They were very, very much in tune with Mother Nature, with ancestors, with the spirits of the lands, and that type of thing. And I mean, how do you think? So let's take, for instance, ayahuasca. Ayahuasca is the grandmother plant. Okay, she's beautiful. So ayahuasca is made up of two different plants that only this thing can only happen if you put these two plants together. Okay, um, you can't have one. You can't have the experience without both. So the story goes like, back thousands of years ago. Um, one of these indigenous men or women, I don't really know exactly how it goes, but the bottom line is the plants spoke to them. The plants told them, literally put this one together and this one together, because how in the world would you know? So this is really like the little story that I've seen, that really was like, that is cool, because how would you know? Like, these people can't just, walk around eating different things and just hoping things will go right. And you just can't get, the experience is such a profound experience. There's no way that there's no mistakes in it. Like, it's just so beautiful. So let me just stop on my rampage, and I'm going to kind of like go through a few. I did take a few notes on my phone just the last couple of days, because I really want to do this subject justice, because it's just so beautiful to me. So you have the grandmother ayahuasca. Um, Ayahuasca is, and they call her the grandmother. She's definitely a female energy. Um, and that's what it is. It's an intense female energy, and she is basically shining light on the things that you need to take a look at. It could be something. Typically, listen, these experiences are not something that's fun. It's not like, yeah, well, now it kind of is. Now, I get excited to go to a ceremony, but there's a lot that has to come up, any type of traumas, anything that you are holding that needs to come up, she will shine a light on it. It may be a childhood trauma, and it may be really painful, and there's lots of tears and lots of purging, vomiting, and using the bathroom and all of this, and it's purging up all of these traumas. They live in our bodies, they live in our muscles, in our organs, right? All these traumas. So grandmother ayahuasca shines the light on these things, makes you, or ask you to take a look at it because you don't have to. You could just be stuck in, the terribleness of it all, of that trauma, or you can work through it. And she helps you to work through it, to purge it. And then she loves you. And then she just loves you. Like, on just a real quick story. It was my first ceremony. My friend, if you ever want to see, like, I have a whole list of videos of almost all of my, like, my ayahuasca ceremonies, the peyote one, and so a few other ones on my YouTube channel. If you like to hear the specifics of my experiences, okay, I'm not going to really get into all of that tonight. Um, Plus, I don't have time. But one of the profound things, and just because I'm just expressing to you how much she loves you, during this encounter with her, a friend of mine told me, like, his whole experience was her kissing him, her just kissing him all over the face and all over his head and his cheeks, and just kissing him and kissing him in a loving way, obviously not like in a sexual way. And the lesson of the night was to love yourself. Like, it could be really, really simple things, or it could be really, really traumatic things, that can come up. um so I don't want to stick on ayahuasca, but the bottom line is, through all of these medicines, no matter, even the toad one, even the bufo, um there is not sort of, there is an ego death that comes with this. Let me talk about that a little bit later. Give me a moment. I'm sorry. I'm going all over the place. There's so much. So you have ayahuasca, which is the grandmother. You have peyote. Peyote is a cactus, and it's considered the grandfather. And I think it's considered the grandfather. I don't know why, but because it really felt like a feminine energy to me. I've only done it once in ceremony. The ceremony itself is very sort of rigid, and you have to be in one place and sit in one place, and you know. Can't you have to walk around the circle, so everything is very ritualistic. Is that right? um you know you, so maybe the rigidness, maybe that's why. I'm not real sure why they call peyote that. But then there's San Pedro, which is another cactus, and San Pedro is more of like a lighter, um mm, it's more of a fun. It still connects you. All of these at the end, you're connected with spirit. You're connected with your soul. You're connected with God. You're connected with everything. I've had so many ayahuasca ceremonies where it was just like I was the frogs, and I was the insects, the creepy crawlies, and I was the moon, and I was the trees. And it's like your consciousness sort of merges with different things, and also the elements. You you get so connected with all of the elements. Everything is done in nature, typically. I've never been to an ayahuasca ceremony that was inside. Of course, there's some places where they are inside. I don't know. Anyway, there's such a connection with nature during these experiences. Like, one thing that I noticed that I could do in any ceremony with fire and a psychedelic plant medicine is control the fire, connect with the fire, merge my consciousness with the fire, and then I would almost like become the fire. I could control it a little bit. If it was going down, my body would feel, I would want to cry. Like if it was dying down a little bit, it was like I would just automatically start crying, and I'd look at the fire and I notice, oh, it needs attention. So it's really, oh man, it really connects you with the elements, all of them. So, okay, so San Pedro, you have psilocybin mushrooms, which is, um, for me, my experience, with psilocybin is really the same as with ayahuasca. I purge. You form a relationship with the medicine. Okay. Um, you form a relationship with the medicine where, for me, I believe that that spirits are asking me to purge for other people, for the human collective, like for all of the things that's going on in the world, because I'm such an empath, and I can easily pull in the energy and transmute it. So that's just a gift of mine. That's what I do. That's what divine energy flow sort of is. Um, so I believe that I'm being asked to do that because every single time I do a psilocybin ceremony, the same thing happens, and I'm fine with that. After, it's such a heart-opening experience. You just sit there and look at each other like, I love you, I honor you. Like you just, it, it's such a heart opener. Every single one of these medicines are a heart opener. Just makes you realize that all of us are just mirrors of each other, mirrors of ourselves, and we're all just one, and we're all beautiful. We're all divine, and we're all just a piece and an aspect of God. And you see that in each other in these ceremonies. They really connect you. You can sort of, it's weird. You really get a super strong connection with people that you just met that night. The next morning you're just like, I love you. You just love these people forever. Like it's a different state of consciousness. I think that these plants just bring us to a different state of consciousness, and I think that right now there's a reason that these cultures are bringing the medicine here now. There's a reason for this. Like, I'll promise you, the medicine told them, you need to bring that to the West. You need to bring that to the rest of the world, you know? Because we have to raise our consciousness right now. We're going through this major awakening, and and the ego death part of this, which I'll go over in a minute, is crucial to the awakening. You can't walk around in your ego all the time, and I mean you can, but you're not functioning at that level of consciousness that we really really need to be functioning at. If you're here listening to this on this channel, getting energy transmission from me, then you're interested in raising your consciousness, and you know what's happening right now, and you know that it's big. So yeah, that. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, there's so much more. Um, Regular just DMT, which is in ayahuasca, which is in a lot of the plant medicines. It's a huge part of the medicine. DMT is a huge part of the medicine. You see into different realities. Like this is not these psychedelics, these medicine. You don't just there's not there, it's not you're not just hallucinating. You're not just seeing stuff. You're seeing into other worlds. You're seeing into other dimensions, other states of consciousness. Look, so there are several levels to this shit, to this experience, not just the earth. There's several we are multidimensional even though we're in the 3D earth, right? Um I forgot where I was going with that. Anyway, yeah. The DMT changa is another plant medicine that's really beautiful. So yeah, I really feel like, um, yeah, they're the mother spirits. Um, I want to just make sure that I'm not missing anything. Um, yeah, one of the big things is that we've lost our relationship to the earth. Like before, a few years ago, when I really started thinking about this and had my spiritual awakening, before that, I didn't give a tree or a plant or I didn't give it the time of day. Like it was just a landscape, it was just like a landscape. The earth, when I walked around on the earth, I didn't feel the vastness and the power and the healing and all of that, back then. Now I feel it all. And now I think with the help of these plants, I'm completely connected to all of that, you know. Yeah. So I really think that these plants are here to reconnect us, and they have come to this, neck of the woods. You no longer have to go to Peru or to go, and I'm not saying like go do this with I'm not saying to do this at all. So let me make one thing clear. I am not telling you to go out and do this. I'm just letting you know this is my path. This is my path. There's a lot of some people say, well, you shouldn't do something that's so mystical and have those mystical experiences because you can't do it outside of that. But it's true in a sense. The bottom line for me is that it showed me what that this it just shows you that this is not even real. Like this is real for us because we're experiencing it, but this is not the totality of life. This is not the totality of life. This is such a small, teeny weeny piece of our existence. There's so much more. There's so much more. And it's all love. It brings you every medicine, every single medicine that I named off here, brings you to love, to the truth. The truth is love, right? To love. It brings up your fears. It brings them up so that you can look at them and get a different perspective on them, and purge them. And it's like the next day or the next morning. Grateful, um, great. It's just so much gratitude. Now, um, like I said, it's not for everyone. These these plants will. So let's talk about the ego death. So these plants will show you what is possible. It will show you other realms of reality. And you'll feel it energetically too. Sometimes there's no visuals. Most of the time for me, if I close my eyes, there's visuals. But if I open my eyes, there's not. But the energy is just an intense, loving energy. It's very intense. Um, it's different for everybody. This is just my experiences. But when we talk about ego death, one ceremony, one ayahuasca ceremony, and it's pretty much done. That's why a lot of people think they're going crazy or something during the ceremony sometimes, because everything you thought you knew or everything that you believed is gone, is out the window. Like it's just you can't deny what you saw. You can't deny what you felt. You can't deny what you experienced. You know, so it's like, oh shit, what do I do now? This is, and that's what the ego death is. It's very necessary. Um, very, very necessary to raise your consciousness. Like I say, every week we talk about becoming present, losing the past, losing the future, right? Forget about thinking about that. We're in the present moment, and all that. Well, the ego death just kills who you think you are, right? It's the biggest part. To me, it's the biggest part of this. um, it kills who you think you are or who you thought you were, and it gets you connected and in tune and aligned with your soul. I mean, really beautiful. Okay, so the name, where you're from, all of it, nothing. It's like just nothing really matters anymore, because all of the things that mattered, have it's like um, they've just become not a lie, but a lot of the things that really matter just don't matter anymore after that. You know, you love everyone. There's no judgment. Now, another thing that some people say is, well, what if you don't take the medicine for a few months or something like that? You go right back to where you are, or to where you were. You cannot go back to where you were after an experience like this. You can't go back to where you were. Now you can veer off the path. Yeah, sure. You can start getting back into your ego, and you can start like and all that. Um, but yeah, there's really no going back. After doing this, and it's just, I'm very, very grateful. This is one of the titles that I think it was my second ceremony or third that he made this necklace. They're just so beautiful. Like he made this and blessed it for me during ceremony, and I felt called to wear it to talk about this. Let's see. Yeah, like it shows you like how connected we are, how much we're supposed to look, like how much we are loved, and in these experiences you just love and honor each other so much. That's how it's supposed to be all the time. In that 5D, or I say that, but it's like, whatever that is, in that other level of consciousness that humanity is hopefully going to. um, you don't judge each other. You honor each other for every little piece of authenticity. You honor them for just who they are. For their differentness than you. It's just beautiful. The energy is that of this ascension. Just realizing that the energy, especially the morning after, or like right when you're kind of coming down and you're kind of like back. Okay, I'm back, welcome home. The energy of that, no doubt in my mind, that is the energy of the 5D energy. That is the consciousness of the 5D, of the new earth, of that, no doubt in my mind. So, yeah, you build a relationship with the medicine. Sometimes it's strong where you can barely move, but like I said, it's all good. Um, Sometimes it just goes in waves and it's kind of like flowy. It's just the medicine, that's why it's medicine. It gives you what you need. You go in with an intention. If you're a beginner, the intention may or may not, you may or may not get what you want. You'll get what you need. The more you do it, the more, the ego's gone. You've gone through all these stages of the ego deaths and all this kind of stuff, and the traumas being taken out. And once you kind of hit a level, then you can start saying, okay, I would really like to experience this, or I'd really like to know this. And you can start asking her. You can ask, when I say her, of course, I'm talking about ayahuasca. You can ask her questions and she will answer you. That was my first ceremony. I asked her if I was a healer, and I asked her to activate whatever needed to be activated in me. And literally, that's what happened. My very first ceremony. There was, you can see that on my YouTube channel if you would like to watch that video. It goes over every detail of that ceremony. Um, but one thing I will share about that particular one is you even honor the trauma. I was so in an ayahuasca ceremony, everyone has a bucket because you're expected, you're gonna throw up, you're gonna vomit at least once. Maybe not, but typically you will. Um, in my first ceremony, there was something, she was so strong in me that night. And she did all these different things. No doubt she activated some codes or DNA strands that weren't there or whatever, because my energy transmissions became super strong after that. So she gave me what I wanted that night. But my point was, I wanted to just kind of share this with you because it's so beautiful. Like, even the purging that I did, it was like I honored it so much that I wore it like I put it all over me. It was on my face, it was in my hair, it was on in all my clothes. I honored it. And I loved it. I was just like, thank you, thank you, thank you for being there. Thank you for coming up. It was just like, and I didn't know I was doing this. This is when I was completely into my experience. But it just goes to show you, like, the next morning when I looked at myself, I'm like, holy shit, I'm so dirty. What is going on here? And I realized the memories start coming back. And when I realized what I did, I was just blown away, like, wow. I wore it like a badge of honor. My traumas that came up was just, and that's beautiful when you can do that. Okay, so now I really want to say this. The medicine is not for everybody. And I want to say, and this is just my opinion. Again, this is just my experience, my opinion, what I've seen. So first of all, you can't do pharmaceutical medication with ayahuasca. Can't. So if you are interested in that and you are taking certain types of medications, you will not be eligible. No um, person that knows what they're doing, no taita, no shaman will give you the medicine. You will automatically be disqualified from, because it will not work. It will not do what it's supposed to do, and it may hurt you. I don't know. Um, and I keep doing, I'm sorry. It's like I can't even hear out my left ear for some reason. Um, yeah. So another really big thing is, like, I wouldn't go to a plant medicine ceremony because I think it's going to be fun, or because I want to get high, because it's not going to be fun. um, it's just it's the mindset and setting. So it's the mindset, it's the consciousness you come in with, and the setting, which is your ceremonial space. You don't want to be sitting, hanging out, sitting, you know, um, somewhere, like inside somewhere, or I mean, whatever, to each his own. But you want to do this with experienced people. This is not something that you do with inexperienced people. This is not something that you do alone. Please, be careful. These medicines can be scary, and can have a lot of energy, and those traumas coming up can really not over traumatize you, but re-traumatize you if you're not around the right people that can help you with those movements of energy, right? So that's important. Um, and if you're just someone that completely lives unconsciously, completely sucked up into your ego, and you are not at all spiritually awakened yet, I wouldn't do this. It's just not what I just would not do this, because it's going to really freak you out. Because it's completely different than what we've been taught, right? Completely different than what we've been taught. So I hope that gives you a bit of an overview. If you have any questions, let me see. Um, yes, the medicine becomes your teacher when you build that sacred relationship with it. That's where I'm at. And the ego death. Yeah. Okay. When I found out that I was going to be talking about this, I just started journaling because there's so much to talk about. I could go on forever and ever and ever. This is my way of life now. This is my way of life now. Yeah. So, um, yeah. All right. Well, go ahead and if you have any questions, please ask. Don't ask me like where to get it from or anything like that. I mean, um, the legality of this, and I hope I say this right, but this is a religious sacrament. Okay. Um, it is and so the legal part of this is getting um, it's all coming together. We'll just put it like that. It's all coming together. It's going to take some time. However, it is legal to have a sacrament for your religious purposes. So this is kind of like taking the Eucharist at a Christian church. That's what this is for for the medicine churches. Okay. So there are places that you can go in the United States to do this, and I can sort of hook you up with someone close to you if you to do a real ceremony, if you would like. So, okay. All right, so let us just breathe. So we're not being able to hear. I can't hardly hear myself. So we're going to get into the divine energy flow transmission. I knew I was missing something. Oh, no, I'm good. I'm going to do a cleansing. So that's what I will do now. Man, that air conditioner is super serious. I don't know if it'll be able to light this. All right, so just relax. We're going to do cleanse. Okay, hold on. The video feed is down. So I think our video, something is going on technically. So hang on for one moment. I don't know if you can hear me or see me, so hold on one moment. Okay. Oh, but you can hear me. Okay, so the video's down, but you can still hear. Oh, wow. That's interesting. Okay, well, let's still just kind of, if you don't mind, kind of bear with us. Okay, bear with us for a little while, and it may not be able to come back on. We're not going to freak out. All is well. You can hear me. The energy is still coming through. Just be here. Just be here. All is well. I'm still trying to light my sage. All right. All right. So I'm just cleansing you right now. Take some deep breaths. Just relax. Stay present. Just get into this moment. There's nothing for you to do. It's really nothing for you to see. I'm going to do my magic behind here. And I will talk to you sort of a little bit as I go along, since you can't see me. Just take some nice deep breaths. Either laying down or sitting up, either way is fine. Set the intention that you will receive this transmission in however way that is the most best for your specific for your evolution. So set an intention if you need something to be healed, if there's some emotional anxiety or some emotional things going on, set the intention for that, you know. So I'm just still cleansing. All right. All right. Ooh, my sage is going out of control. All righty, so let's just take a nice deep breath in and let it out. What I want you to do is just focus on the very top of your head. I'm going to start there and work my way down. So I'm just going down. I'm at your crown right now, just sending the transmission through into the crown. Excuse me. Okay. Kind of cleansing around the pineal gland. Down to the throat. Bringing it down to the heart, to the whole heart space, surrounding your heart, your entire aura. Focusing on that now. Expanding it, expanding the energy, expanding your heart. Stay here, just stay here. We're just gonna cleanse, expand. You may feel your heart just pulsing a little bit, throbbing. The energy all around you, you may feel. If you can't feel anything, that's okay too. Not everyone is able to feel the energy quite yet. Take some time, all is well. Just know that it's there. Know that this is all happening. Imagine it and allow it to happen. Receive it. It's just pure love. It's just love. And you don't have to be afraid of where it is or where it's going or what it's doing. It's just love. All good. Going down to your solar plexus, your power center. Stay here, be empowered. Just feel the energy in your body. I'm just staying right here for now. I'm just admiring the frequency that is coming out of my pores right now. And hopefully you can feel it too. So intense, it's so beautiful. Thank you, thank you. Going down a little further into the sacral area. This is where a lot of trauma resides, especially for women. A lot of men too. A lot of men have been mistreated and traumatized as well. So just gonna kind of cleanse and work on that for just a moment. you're still here, thank you for still being here, even though you can't see me. Then we'll go down and down to the root. This is the energy center that grounds you and that keeps you grounded to the earth. It's also the energy center for when you worry about your finances or survival stuff, that kind of thing. And so that's where the trauma or the energy from that resides here in the root as well as some other chakras too. But anyway, we're going to just cleanse that out a little bit for you. And just sit, lie, or just stay where you are. If you're still here, thank you. I honor you. I love you. I appreciate it. Just bask in this beautiful energy of unconditional love throughout your entire being. You can even feel it outside of your body, in your aura, in your light body, in your spirit. Sit like this as long as you need, as long as you would like. Since we have no video, I'm going to go ahead and end this. But I just want to say thank you for being here, and just, I honor you. I honor each and every one of you. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next week. If you have any type of comments that you want to leave, I will definitely get back to them. Please leave me comments on what you would like me to talk about. Yeah, it means a lot to us, to all of us, because like I said last week, there are many of us behind the scenes that work on this. So thank you for being here. Thank you from all of us here at the Call to Awakening group. We love you. Have a wonderful week.